Next, it's only right. You're ready, right? You're ready. I can see it in your face. So we're very happy to welcome a member of the board and the CTO at Bosch. Please give it up for Mathias.
Do I switch this now?
You need anything? You good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
You need a clicker?
So my two hands are occupied. Yet another automotive guy here up on stage. But for me, it's really great to be here because I've heard some pitches from you guys today, and this is now my pitch for you, why Bosch should be a real good partner for startups to collaborate. You know, we are a technology company, and our task basically is to scale up and industrialize technology. And this ranges from semiconductors to automotive components, hydrogen to AI-based software and service solutions. So that's our task. And you know, these days for automotive it's really difficult. I mean, the previous speakers have explained it. I mean, there is so many changes in the automotive industry. I mean, we are talking about electrification, sustainability. We are doing more on the data business. AI is coming into the vehicles. So at the same time, where all these changes happen, of course, we need to make sure that we fund these activities. The markets are changing fast. New players enter the stage, as we have heard before. And still, it's our task to scale ideas and products to bring them to automotive industry to make sure that they can build products for their end customers. Now, the question is, why to choose Bosch as a partner for startups? As I said before, we are a globally leading technology company. I think we take pride that we are leading in patent applications in Germany since many, many years. And as I said before, we are covering everything from semiconductors to software. The second one, which is really important, and I think in the context of globalization and especially what's going on geopolitics, we have a global market access and we have know-how to scale business throughout all the markets in the world. Having talked to automotive OEMs coming back from Shanghai Auto Show this year, most of them were in agony and really shocked what's going on in the Chinese market. Bosch is one of the leading technology companies and the leading innovation companies in the automotive industry in China for years. So in working with us, it's not only Germany, it's not only the US, that's real global, and that's also getting access to the fastest moving technology market in the world at this point in time, which is China. In Bosch, we are having a couple of platforms actually to work with startups. We call that Open Bosch. This means that we are feeding internally ideas, and then we are working with events like this to get ideas actually from the startup market. And also we are having the opportunity with our own venture capital fund to invest consciously and with a high value of money into startups. So this is what we can provide as a partner. Now, this would all be empty without providing examples. One of my famous examples is Bosch e-bike systems. Bosch e-bike systems was founded in 2009 as an internal startup. It was just 12 people, and I take pride that I have developed parts of the software of the first drivetrain system back in 2010 myself. So there was a high disbelief that would ever fly. Meanwhile, this is a huge market. Bosch is by far the market leader in that one. And this was not only about technology. Actually, the kickoff of that one was driven by lithium-ion cells getting in the consumer market, and we could use them for e-bikes. There was a combination also to find smart business models, service models for bike sellers who didn't want to do this electric stuff because they had the classical bikes. So this is a huge success story and shows how at Bosch we can actually scale up businesses starting from a startup idea. Another one which I haven't had on the slide is, for example, our MEMS sensors. MEMS sensors started also maybe 20 years back as a startup internally. Now I believe every single smartphone you guys have at least a handful of Bosch MEMS sensors inside. So we are also market leader in that one. That shows you we can scale up startup ideas. So that was the internal part of the story. Now I show you two more. Last year we acquired two startup companies. The first one is a company called Adlatec from Karlsruhe. Here a very local company, about a dozen really top brains in the mapping industry. And to get that right, this is not the maps we have been talking in for Google. This is the mapping stuff you need for highly autonomous vehicles. And there's also companies in the US for that one, but we managed within a year to use this technology and scale it up, and we take pride in saying that I believe that we can scale faster maps for highly autonomous vehicles than all the established companies in the US meanwhile. The second one is a company we bought in the UK, which is called 5AI. This is about 150 associates there. They did tooling also for autonomous and automated driving. And on the one side, we integrated their tool chain now in our synthetic data pipeline to simulate scenarios for highly autonomous driving. But at the same time, what is really the fun part for me, with this company, we got access to the AI scene in the UK. Because this company gets people and has research collaborations with companies, with universities like Oxford, Cambridge and Edinburgh. And guys, I tell you, when talking about AI, people always look to the United States, and certainly the pace is going there. But in the UK, the AI scene we are having there is just amazing. And for us, the good news here is that via acquisitions like that, working with the people there, we also as a technology company get access to new technology sources in different parts of the world. Now, to conclude, I think what is really important is partnerships, and I think this has been alluded to before, are really key in this transformation. So I said we tackle these challenges of the transformation by partnering with startups, by getting access to your technology, and by scaling up the technology you bring to us. We are investing, and in the end, we are not only a supplier, but we are also a development partner for our customers. I mean, the model Mercedes-Benz has presented before, this is really typical for the automotive industry. So if you join us, be sure that this is not just in-house development, but this directly goes into markets and customers in order to scale that up. And therefore, we can also be the link for scaling up your technology between Bosch and the car manufacturers and also other customers out there in the landscape. So thank you very much. This was my pitch for you. We would like to be your partner here for scaling up startup technology. Thank you very much.
You can just give everything to her. Thank you very much, Matthias.